right, joining me now with reaction, Horace Cooper, co-chair of Project 21, and Richard Goodstein, former Clinton advisor. All right, Richard, Democrats claim to be the party of facts and science, yet they're in denial mode when it comes to this economy. What do you say about the minority jobs numbers, which are stunning? And it's great news for people who've been out of work. Yes. And the fact that women, especially black women, who are often the breadwinners in their family, have this almost, I think, record last 50 years unemployment number. It's just, I was stunned to read those numbers.
Right. Those numbers were virtually that good last election day.
So you're denying the numbers?
Oh, no. No, I'm just saying they were.
If they had gone the other direction, what would you have said?
I'm just saying the numbers are positive.
So Trump is damned what he does. No, damned if he
but
doesn't.
I'm saying that you tell me why black voters by 85 or 90% voted Republican in the face of those numbers. And when Donald Trump went from coast to coast, north to south, to say, act like my name is on the ballot. His name was not technically on it, but he said, vote like my name is on the ballot. And black voters did, and they voted by 85 or 90% for Republican candidates. So you tell me. Tell me why they did.
So you say African Americans vote against their economic interests?
I'm saying
that would be a kind of a condemnation of black people.
I'm saying, like all voters, they look at kind of the whole universe of things, and they have a president who stood up for Nazis in Charlottesville.
False.
That turned them off.
False, lie, false. I'm not going to let you get away with saying that.
Let's talk about it then.
He did not stand up for Nazis.
That's not true.
That's not what he said. He said.
But we all heard him say it.
He condemned the violence. That's a lie, and it's repeated repeatedly. No,
that's not true.
When did he say the word Nazis?
He said, there's good people on both sides, and we saw who was marching.
Because
they were bearing torches and saying, Jews shall not replace us.
So you were actually.
You tell me.
So you actually think that Donald Trump believes that?
I think that Donald Trump believes that his base is so. Look,
well, blacks don't. Black Americans
don't. I don't think you actually believe that.
I actually believe that Donald Trump is a Nazi. Is so taunted by his base that if he actually took after David Duke, that his base would say, excuse me, that's not the guy we voted for, which is why he doesn't.
I think this is why Nancy Pelosi and some Democrats who are pretty smart are getting nervous because of what you just said. I don't think America buys that Trump is a Nazi.
Behind by
Trump
10
is a
points
racist.
to Biden if he's doing so great.
So I guess you would have relied on the polls last election.
And why is it? Well, the generic ballot this time last year, which you dismissed, showed Democrats winning by 9, and they do today for the 2020 elections.
So Horace, on this point of where the Democrats are on race, I'm glad he said what he said because we're seeing a preview of where this is going. They cannot win on the economy. Obama was not the deliverer of all great things for minority workers. We know that now. Wages did not go up at the rate they're going up under President Trump. These numbers are simply stunning for minority Americans. They're stunning. And so all they have is Trump is a racist. That's all he's a bad person, he's a racist, and you're a bad person and you vote for him. That's what I think we're talking about. That's the 2020 election in a nutshell. Good luck with that. They tried it in 2016 against Trump, and it didn't work.
In 2018, they tried it with these radicals running in Georgia, running in Florida, and running in Texas. And guess what? It wasn't just white Americans. Black Americans refused to vote for black candidates at the top of the ticket because they were talking crazy. One of my favorite authors is Charles Murray. He wrote a book called Losing Ground. That's what could be written, Losing Ground 2, for what happened during the 4 years of the Obama administration. In every single category, black Americans lost ground, just like the rest of the country. It isn't true that we are about where we were on Election Day. The truth is, from 2008 to 2016, a whole lot of people lost a whole lot of their assets, their income, and their livelihood. It started to turn around in the end.
I want to play what Beto said. And Beto's campaign is floundering. He was the pretty boy, and it happens. Campaigns are up and down. I get that, but he's on the cover of Vogue, Kennedy-esque, and now he's down in low single digits. This is where he thinks he can gain traction. Watch.
This country was founded on white supremacy, and every single institution and structure that we have in our country still reflects the legacy of slavery and segregation and Jim Crow.
You agree with that? The country was founded on white supremacy. Is that where we are? Then we got to rename where we're broadcasting from right now. It can't be Washington, D.C.
Yeah. Look, Look, I think that Donald Trump and his supporters would love to make this all about reparations and open borders.
No, the Democrats are wanting to do that.
No, let him finish.
Well,
let Richard finish.
And I think what Democrats are trying to do is trying to kind of reach out to as broad a populace as they can.
You don't think that's a broad reach, is it?
Do I? Look, that's not how I would verbalize the kind of foundation of this country. But I know he's certainly got a point that, slavery helped various people make economic gains.
Just going back to 2016, when Jeb Bush was out there, and God bless the Bushes, they're really nice people, but when Jeb Bush was out there saying gibberish on immigration, or it's an act of love, I mean, there were a lot of us conservatives who said, we love you as a person, you did a great job as governor, but you are so wrong on this. Why is it the Democrats have such a hard time going after their people who are never going to be president? He will never be president.
I know Horace has something to say.
But why is it the Democrats can't ever criticize their own people?
This time last year and to the end of the campaign, we heard about caravans. And that was a loser.
Really? Not now. Immigration is the top issue in America.
It was a loser that
either one or two
suburban women who voted for Trump in 16 abandoned him in droves in 18 because they were nauseated about seeing these kids in cages.
Oh, the Obama cages, you mean?
I'm saying the
Obama cages that you didn't
what
care
the Trump
about.
policy was, and
you
they
didn't care about Obama cages when Obama had them, but now the Trump cages when the Democrats won't do the asylum reform. Okay, well, I guess we can try that. I don't think that's going to work. They tried to vilify Trump in 2016, Horace. He's done criminal justice reform. He's had people who normally aren't that political at the White House. No one covers the events, by the way. No, people don't. I covered it. A few Fox shows it. But we ran long clips. I had people messaging me, or said, when did that happen at the White House? I've never seen that. And I said, well, it happened today. Oh, really? Because it's not been anywhere. That's part of the little thing that's going on with the media. Don't cover that, because that actually makes Trump look human. And I know people want to have a caricature of him, and I'm grandstanding and go.
Every single American's black, white, or brown.
I'm very passionate about this. I don't like people throwing around the Nazi racist thing. It's been done to a lot of people, including yours truly, and it's a false flag, and I don't like it. It's rude and mean. Go ahead.
Every American, black, white, or brown, every American votes their own interest. And guess what? When the March on Washington, the original March on Washington, when Martin Luther King spoke, it was originally organized as a jobs rally because people want to have control over their lives and their destiny and improve the lives of their families. This is what has happened over the last 2 years of the Trump administration. And they like it and they know it.
A friend of mine today said that Trump should do a national plan to fight homelessness. I'm actually thinking that's actually a good idea. I think if anyone could defeat homelessness, he might have actually some chance. But in liberal cities, we see this city, 2 blocks from here, I say it once a week. We have people sleeping on the streets. In tents all over Washington, D.C. Why is this happening? They're telling me I have to wrap, but this is a great conversation. Thank you both for being here.